what's up, man? So today we got Big Mike from O Block back in the building again. What's up, bro?
What's going on, big dog? How you feeling?
Not much, man. Our last interview did amazing. I'm talking about crazy, man. That was really good interview. So I couldn't deny the people. I know I needed to bring you back, man.
Oh yeah,
all right,
for
so
sure.
Big Mike, I wanted to ask you about something I've seen going viral lately, man. It is crazy. And it really speaks to the depth of what's going on in Chicago, man, in these streets.
Right.
Because there's these two blocks that are at each other. And I don't want to get them wrong, but I think one's called AI block or A1 block, and the other one's called M block. So these two neighborhoods or whatever, and they're at it, right? And you know, the same type of thing. They're opps of each other. They shooting at each other. But recently, one of the guys caught the other guy, his ops dad, in a grocery store, a convenience store or something like that, and beat him up and took a video of the guy's dad, of his ops dad, laying in the grocery aisle, laid out after they beat him up, man. Now, have you seen this video, or do you know anything about what's going on here? And in that situation, is anything like when you have an op, is anything on the table, even their parents?
I ain't even seen it. Like you said, they went in there, they beat him up, and they recorded it.
Yep. They took a video of the dad knocked out. Like they didn't show them actually beating him up, but after he was knocked out and got beat up, they took a video of him laying on the ground knocked out. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I ain't see that. I ain't see that. I might need to start watching YouTube a little more.
Yeah, it's all on Reddit. It's all on the Chicago drill pages and everything. And it's crazy because what if the pops it discourages his son from acting like that or partaking in any of that type of activity or anything, and he just got knocked out for being his dad?
It's up, but that's what's going on nowadays. Like there ain't no more respect no more. The shorties ain't got no respect. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is up for grabs. See, everybody fooled. So see, if they can't catch your ass, they catch your old man, they gonna beat his ass or whoever.
That's crazy. That's pretty crazy, man.
It's going like that right now, and that's what they doing. Like, yeah, go ahead and give your son this message. We ain't gonna kill you, but go ahead and give your son this message. Let him know we on his ass type shit. So they sending messages now. You feel me? But these innocent people y'all with though.
Yeah, that definitely sends a message. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But man, let's go ahead. Let's move on, man. That's so wild. But man, we gonna get to some even crazier stuff here. Now I know you probably seen this situation that's playing out in Chicago as well, with a well-known rapper, a group of well-known rappers from Bloodhound Gang, right? Or Drill City, I believe. Now, are you familiar with Bloodhound Lil Jeff, Drill City, and Lil Scoom?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that area.
Now, they've been getting a lot of publicity lately, and they were blowing up as rappers. They were doing some big interviews. They're really on their way. You saw their trajectory, and it got cut short because both of them ended up dying. But first, I wanted to ask you about Bloodhound Lil Jeff. Now, Bloodhound Lil Jeff was seen on video actually chasing down one of his ops and ended up losing his life in the process because he came around a corner and he ran into the front of the house and got shot. Did you see the Bloodhound Lil Jeff video? And if so, what did you think?
I didn't see the video. I heard about it. I seen little clips and shit like that, but I ain't see the actual video. But that type of shit happen every day though. Cause you would think like at the end of the day, it's a 50-50 chance when you going to look for somebody or you going to look to go do something to somebody, something gonna end up happening to you. You know what I'm saying? So he went over there to do whatever he wanted, whatever he had to do or whatever he felt like he wanted to do. And it ended up costing him his life. It's like kind of crazy.
And that's crazy.
Like, yeah, but
what's even crazier is the fact that he already had music videos and stuff going. Yeah, he already had like things in motion as far as being a rapper. But I mean, this doesn't this speak to how real some of this drill rap stuff is?
Yeah, and it's like you made it, you making it, you blowing up, and you don't even realize like, all right, now you got a way out, and you got a way to help other people out too. So you still feel like you still gotta live what you rapping about. When you don't, you could just rap about what you was doing. People still know not to try you, still know not to play with you, but you ain't gotta be the one going and standing on business. You the bread now. Be the bread. You hot. Like, get to the bag. Take care of your peoples. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, start getting their money, start blowing up, and they still doing the same shit they were just doing. And it's sad to say he lost his life behind that shit, trying to go kill him, and he ended up getting killed.
And it's crazy because, like you said, you're the bread. You're the person who's supposed to be really taking us out of this situation. And for him to go, like, he was almost solo by himself when he ran up to the house. And as soon as he ran up to the house, you can see him getting shot. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty crazy, man. You would think he'd be more protective of himself given the position that he was playing in the rap game, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what you would think, but some people's minds just don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they still stuck on that same mindset.
Nah, that's true. That's true. Now, Bloodhound Lil Jeff, he also had another controversial moment before he passed away that I wanted to ask you about. Because it shocked me. Him and one of his homeboys during their interview crushed up and actually it. Like, I'm not used to seeing black folks do anything snorting or playing with their nose at all. You know what I'm saying? So that was crazy to see. Is that a common thing in Chicago? Or is that just them, they crew? They're just,
I mean, I don't know if it's a common thing in Chicago, but niggas do it. People still do it though. Like, they crunching up here. Maybe it's an Adderall. You know what I'm saying? Oxy or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You never know what it is, but like, to be sitting there doing it on camera is crazy, bro.
Live during the interview. It was crazy.
It's crazy. But that's how you
even
can
tell. Even the interviewer, I think it was DJ U, he was like, what in the world are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying?
That's how you know he ain't had no care in the world about shit, bro. He couldn't have had no care in the world. Right? He was just, in his mind, he was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He do what the he want to do. Because to be sitting on camera crunching up some is crazy, man.
That was wild, man. I was like, what in the world? But so, for the record, that's not a common thing. That's not like a Chicago thing, right?
Hell no.
I feel you. That's pretty out there. That was pretty out there, bro.
A lot of people do that behind closed doors. That's a secret. So you wouldn't even know that they actually snorting. You know what I'm saying? That's their little secret. Or I guess people doing it now. I don't know. I've been locked up.
Nah, I get it. That's pretty odd, man. Now, also on that same subject, man, Bloodhound Lil Jeff had a homeboy by the name of Lil Scoom.
Right.
Lil Scoom was really blowing up in the Chicago drill rap scene, man. Just the drill rap scene, period. Like, all the pages were posting Lil Scoom.
Right, yeah.
And only a few days, I want to say maybe a week or so after that, after Bloodhound Lil Jeff lost his life, Lil Scoom loses his life, man. Shot and killed. And it set off this whole saga in Chicago with a young lady by the name of I want to say, man. But to first off, with Lil Scoom, there was a situation where Lil Scoom was going to get his hair done, his hair twisted or something done with his hair, right?
Right.
And he calls his mom and tells his mom that, hey, man, something don't feel right. So his gut intuition had already told him something don't feel right. He stays anyway, and he gets backdoored after leaving from trying to get his hair done or whatnot, right? In those situations, what do you feel? And what do you know about the Lil Scoom situation that you like, that or your thoughts about it, I should say?
The back door gonna always be open in Chicago. Always be open in Chicago. Some people just, especially women, the shit be so crazy. Women just be placing themselves in niggas' beefs and ending up getting themselves killed. Like, cause a lot of motherfuckers use women to backdoor niggas. And these women is placing themselves in situations that could get them killed because they ain't thinking. They just thinking like, okay, I'm finna do this for this nigga who out the bound. Whole time, you backdoor. If this nigga if he don't die when he get backdoor, you gonna be the first person to die. So now you a female that's dead, and if you got kids, now your kids ain't got no mama because you placing yourself in some nigga shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. If you a female, just be a fucking female, bro. But the back door in Chicago gonna always be open. Always be open. People gonna keep backdooring people. It always happen. The back door is like, it don't even gotta be no, like, already was on you back door. It could be your car ran past or some shit. A female that just seen you somewhere and she like, oh yeah, y'all know who out the bam over here. You know what I'm saying? It could be that easy to get back door. That's how easy it is. That's why people ride with tents every day. We ride behind tents and shit so you can't see who in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? People wearing a mask, but you really can't see my face. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying, keep glancing to try to figure out who I really am. The back door be open in that like, that's why people move how they move.
What's odd is when you think of, like, if I was a young lady, man, there would be no way in the world somebody would convince me to get inside some dudes beef because number one, a lot of dudes aren't built for beef in the streets like that. You know what I'm saying? And as a lady, like that, it's mind boggling. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, for what purpose? Because the rumor is that the young lady that allegedly, we don't know for a fact, allegedly helped set up Lil Scoom, didn't even get paid for it. So what's the purpose?
See, one of them who convinced her into doing it, probably one of her niggas or something. You know what I'm saying? A baby daddy, anything. It could be for love, you feel? Some of these women be so f***ed up in the head and so in love that they'll do what a nigga tell them to do. Feel me? I tell you like, yeah, I know you be f***ing with dude. I need him. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. And it just be goofy shit because you a woman. Like, if that's what you got to do to keep that nigga love, that nigga.
Exactly. Exactly. Because that ain't nobody gonna put you in that position. They really care for you, right?
Hell no, they ain't gonna put you in that position. He gonna keep you away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna place your woman in the line of fire, like knowing that the first person they gonna come looking for is her. So if a nigga actually do that and get a woman to set him up, he really don't care about that woman. He don't give a fuck because he throwing her out there to the wolves. He don't care about her.
Nah, facts. Nah, I agree. I think you're right. I couldn't imagine, you know what I'm saying? It's just like putting like your girl in harm's way like that. Like it's crazy, man. But we see it happen all the time. So the Lil Scoom situation, it played out on social media. Everybody was looking for this young lady, tracking her, trying to see what happened. The video comes out of him. They're trying to place another young lady in it. And people are making obituaries. I mean, it was wild. Did you see the Lil Scoom situation play out?
No, I ain't see it, but that's how the internet worked, though. Like, the internet can solve a case of damn self. You got all the fans out here, they gonna put that shit together and solve that shit they sell it.
Yeah, and I've seen them go some leaks. I'm talking about hacking into videos or to car places, like even with the O Block 6 situation. And no disrespect to your friends and whatnot, but they like before, like once the case kicked off or whatever, they went to getting the videos and putting them on Reddit from like where the cars were impounded by the police. It was crazy. I was like, yo, these fans today and the bloggers today are something different. You know what I'm saying? So obviously anything like this, they're going to be on people's head. And it looked like, man, for a while they were tracking this young lady that people were accusing and weren't 100% right about. But man, they were tracking her for a long time and, really, really, really on her heels on social media.
That's what I'm saying. These fans doing this. The internet doing this type shit. The internet is crazy. It's crazy. It's brutal. It's fucked up.
Yeah. It's a wild situation, man. So in a situation like that, you've been in this situation before where you've lost multiple homeboys in a short period of time. So Bloodhound Gang, Drill City, they lose two of their prominent rappers that quickly, like just back to back like that. How do you proceed after something like that?
If I'm talking from a street sense, like if I was still active in the streets, shit, I'm sliding every day type shit. We gotta go slide every day. That's how mindset's finna be. Saying at the same time, it's kind of hard because that's your homie. If this your homie, you on the streets, y'all grew up together or whatnot, it's gonna be hard for you to let anything slide. I know a lot of people be saying like, you know what I'm saying? He in a better place, all this, all that. But at the same time, that still ain't gonna stop nothing because them young niggas out there still gonna want their lick back. They gonna have to get it back, you know what I'm saying? Or to the world, they gonna be straight because it's like I said, this internet shit. They gonna throw shit on the internet. They still ain't got their lick back for their homie. You know what I'm saying? People let the internet geek their head up to go do shit that they ain't even supposed to be doing. A lot of, I can guarantee you it's a lot of in jail right now because of some shit that was going on the internet.
Yep, and we've seen proof of that. I mean, that's kind of like, it's like with drill rap, especially Chicago's drill rap scene and New York's drill rap scene and even Jacksonville now.
Right.
It seems like the internet and social media plays a big part in the beat. It's like you got the two opposite sides, the two oppositions, right? Then you got the social media and the fans who they can either feed into it and mostly they do. They feed into it and hype it up. I've never seen the social media to calm the beef down. You know what I'm saying? It always makes it worse. You know what I mean?
Everybody just troll.
It's crazy, man. So in that situation, you think, because what you said earlier, the first part of your answer, you said that if you were a street guy, you were still in that life, you'd probably be out there really trying to make something happen. And Tay Capone said the same thing in a recent interview we just did as well.
Right.
And he made a point as well that it seems like when the big names, like the rapper, the guy in the crew who's the rapper or whatever, gets shot, it makes it a lot worse. And that's what you got going on in Chicago right now, where a lot of these rappers are getting shot. So now their team feels like they have to go slide for them. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Is that how you see it as well?
Hell yeah, because a lot of shit, some shit be dying down. You know what I'm saying? Some shit be dying down. And then some pop up on the internet, a blogger or something, or somebody that's interviewing them or something, or recreate a beef that was dying down already. So you bringing people to your platform and then you asking them about a certain individual that they're into it with. You know what I'm saying? But ain't really shit been shaking in the blogs no more. Y'all can see that it's, you know what I'm saying? It's dying down. It's off the internet now. And you got bloggers that recreate that beef, or not even recreate it. They spark it right back up. Cause now you got a sitting on the couch or in the chair or something. And they talk about, yeah, that nigga. Yeah, we smoking this person. We smoking that person. Yeah, we did this. We did that. Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. You know what I'm saying? And now the he talking about on his phone, looking at the interview like, oh yeah, now he responding with a live or something now. So now the beef back up and cracking. Now it's bullshit going back on. Now it's more chaos on the internet again, for fans can geek up and have out here losing their life or going to jail.
And that's crazy, man, because there's always a discussion about responsibility when interviewing and asking questions and blogging and things like that. But man, it seems like, man, people are starting to I don't know, man. Like lately, it has been pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. There's a lot going. There's a lot going on as far as because you've got situations where, and we're gonna get to a real good question about this later. But you've got situations where definitely, I think, man, some headlines and some things could trigger the other side to actually do something in the streets, and that's not what you want. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see people crashed out.
Hell no. I mean, I understand the bloggers and shit. Yeah. Got a job to do. This is how y'all make a living. This is what y'all do. But at the same time, when you fark and beef up and shit like that, like it's entertainment for you, but the motherfuckers who involved in that situation, it ain't entertainment for them. It's a whole serious situation, and now motherfuckers is mad, and now people finna start sliding, and people finna start dying. And maybe some innocent people might die in the process because of some shit a blogger then sparked the fuck up. And he's somewhere far, somewhere, nowhere near Chicago. But he just sparked some shit up, and now it's going down in Chicago and put up. And he'd have made his money off of it. You know what I'm saying? He don't get no shit.
Yeah, that's a horrible situation, to be honest with you, man. Like that's horrible because you'd hate to see, and I've seen it happen in the past. We're not gonna be. I'm not gonna act like I haven't seen this happen in the past, but definitely there's been blogs, stories, or things posted, especially on the bigger blogs, where rappers have seen it, reacted in the comments, and then started beefing with another rapper who said something about it in the comments, and then they were into it in the streets. I've seen it, and we've all seen this happen, which is crazy. But I don't think there's any way of stopping that. You know what I mean? I don't think that's something that can be stopped.
I mean, it really ain't. It really ain't. Because at the end of the day, it's that person's choice anyway. Like if you gonna let one of these bloggers decide who you beef with and who you don't beef with, you got a problem anyway. Because I don't get no what you ask somebody on your platform about me. It ain't gonna make me go do shit. He ain't doing shit to harm me. He just lip boxing. He want to run his mouth. I'm finna be going back and forth with you for arguing with you for, and now we beefing, and now one of us end up dying. For what? Because you want to run your mouth to have something to talk about on the platform? Do you? I don't give a But at the same time, it sparked real beef, and some people ain't that strong-minded to be like, nope, man, we ain't feeding to do shit. Dude, I don't get no about none of that shit he talking about. You know what I'm saying? Take a strong mind to do that. But you got a lot of these shorties out here crashing out, and they put everything on the internet. You telling them on the internet, on the live, yeah, you already know when I see you, I'm killing you. I want the whole world to know that if this motherfucker die within the next 3 days, I'm the one did it. And let's just say he died within the next 3 days, and you ain't even the one who did it. Guess who they gonna come looking for? They gonna come looking for your ass.
This is crazy, man. And sometimes you gotta look at social media like, man, is this the gift and the curse? You know what I'm saying? Because that whole scenario wouldn't be possible in the 90s, you know, or
you know what I'm saying?
In the 80s or something. You know what I mean?
I look at it as entertainment and entertainment only.
All right. Now, I always ask you, Big Mike, about things that are going down in Chicago because, you know, that's your home. That's where you're from.
Right.
And you got a lot of expertise in there. But you've got an ear to drill rap and the drill rap scene and a connection to the drill rap scene that most people couldn't even think of. You know what I'm saying? You connected to Lil Durk, you connected to King Von, you connected to a lot of big rappers in the game. But there's also another big drill scene that's popping, and it's been popping for a couple years, and that's Jacksonville. Now, recently, a rapper from Jacksonville by the name of Foolio passed away, and it looks like it came down to the fact that he was posting his location all day and had advertised he was doing a show, even in a different city, a close city, but a different city, and it seemed to lead to his demise, man. Did you see the Foolio situation, and what do you think about it?
I definitely seen that. It was hard not to see that situation. That situation pop up on everything. It's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, it's Instagram, YouTube, it's everywhere. So it's hard not to see that situation. But that's the prime, that's a situation where some backdoor shit probably was going on too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they say he was posted his location, but I ain't see nothing about him posting that location. You know what I'm saying? Cause from my knowledge, what a said, which could be not even facts, but you know what I'm saying? Some shit I was watching on YouTube, they said that basically they was already waiting on him. They already knew he was there. You know what I'm saying? They was already waiting on him. So it kind of seemed like a backdoor situation. They chased him down.
There's a lot of rumors because a lot of the guys in the background were actually, they not playing both sides, but they're actually cool with Yungeen Ace as well, which is his number one, when it comes to the rap thing or whatever. And then there was also a whole bunch of young ladies that they did not really know, that were from all different places that were there. So it was a lot of potential. Plus, he was showing his whole location. Like, you could see the back of him, like when he was showing, like walking up the stairs. Anybody who knew that area can say, oh, I know exactly where that is. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, do you think posting his location all day probably led to it as well?
That definitely played a part. If he was showing his location everywhere he went that day, that definitely played a part. I mean, some people just they nuts be hanging too low. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your nuts get to hanging so low, you stop thinking about being careful. Because now you know what I'm saying? You carrying that tough persona. Like, you can't be touched or some shit. Like, you posted your location there, well, and you know out here trying to get you. You gotta think you that nigga. You gotta think you can't be touched. Shit, it ended up happening to him. I seen the little footage, they chased him down. Shit, they wanted him bad. Rappers is targeted every day, like, because of these beefs that's been sparked up. You know what I'm saying? Some of us getting into it. Some of us coming to the rap game into it. Some of us don't. They come in the rap game, get into some beef, and shit, now you a target. Now motherfuckers want to kill you. They want to earn stripes off.
And that seems like the situation he was in, because Foolio has always been careful. He had always been, because this isn't his first time being shot. You know what I mean?
Right.
This time, sadly enough, it was fatal. But he was in Houston. They tried to shoot him there, and his girlfriend actually got shot. His mom told a story where she had got shot. And then there was another time just recently where he got shot and half of his foot was blown up. So, he was...
Damn.
He knew he was constantly in it, and he was always careful not to show his location. And he had dissed a lot of big people. Like, in all of his songs, like the people that he dissed, it was a wide variety, Right. And he always knew there was rumors that there was a big bag on his head. Like, he knew this, But this time, just this one time, he dropped his guard, posted his low, let people know exactly where he was going to be. And I wonder, was it because he was in Tampa and not in Jacksonville? But what do you think would make somebody slip that hard?
Shit, it probably was. He probably was thinking like, okay, I ain't where the beef at, I'm somewhere else. But what don't realize is, if you be going there, other motherfuckers go there too. Like, people run, like, leave Chicago and go to Atlanta. You still can't let your guard down in Atlanta, because your ops gonna be down there too.
Yeah. Everybody has a story of going to Chicago or going to Atlanta from Chicago and running into the ops in the club or running into them at the mall, the streets. You correct.
Same, and a lot of these, I could say these big states that everybody like going to and shit. These big cities everybody like going to and shit. Like, you ain't safe in them motherfuckers neither, because them same niggas that you just left, who you think you can let your guard down for, down there with your ass. And y'all fuck around and bump heads. Y'all might bump into it at a mall, at a club, you know what I'm saying, a bar, any thing. And you gonna see a motherfucker. So just because you left, don't mean go out there and let your guard down and think that you just You just this tough ass nigga that can't be touched.
Nah, that's facts. Because especially if you go into like those bigger cities that a lot of the hip hop culture go to, Houston, Atlanta, Las Vegas, LA, even New York, you know, Miami, bruh, there's going to be somebody who you've probably been to a city randomly, any of those cities that I just mentioned, and ran into somebody you knew. You was like, it happens, bruh. So for him to be only like a short distance away in Tampa, you know, it's crazy the fact that he thought like he was still, you know, so open about his location and what he was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. That's just how they be, man. Everybody want to be tough. You know what I'm saying? You want to start letting your guard down, giving up your load. It's like you ain't can no more. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
And that's crazy, right? And another part of that I want to double down on is, so you have his biggest op in the rap game is a rapper by the name of Yungeen Ace. Immediately after Foolio is pronounced dead, I think I've seen it even on CNN or something. Like I've seen it on all the news channels, everything, right?
Right.
Yungeen Ace drops a song immediately and video dissing him. You know, he's doing the subliminal disses with the Don Julio bottle. Right. You know, he's dissing because, you know, he went by Foolio as well. And it's like he goes number one. The video goes number one. It's trending number one. So in that case, is this smart marketing, or is it, if he really had anything to do with it, just a dumb move? Like, what do you think?
No, it's just some look at it like, okay, this, I can make a big bag off this situation. You know what I'm saying? Even if I didn't have nothing to do with it, I still can make a bag off this situation. Feel me? So I can make this song, make this video and mock this person and get all the bloggers to talk about it, because all the bloggers talking about it, all the fans talking about it. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So that's money for him. Shit, that's money coming in. It's like he's smart and it's kind of dumb at the same time, because now you giving them people's a target now. Like, okay, even though the target was already on you anyway, it ain't like didn't nobody know that they was into it. See, it's all over the internet.
And they were vocal about them being into it, which is another weird part about drill rap. It's like everybody knows who's into it with each other because they put it in their raps. They dissing the other person's dead homies or dead brothers or whatever. Right. So everybody has an idea. And the police obviously watch all this. So for Yungeen Ace, on the marketing end, you're saying, yes, bruh, number one, you just got a big bag. Then but then he followed it up with like another video, and they're all doing well. So he's just capitalizing off the situation of his falling out, man. Now,
right, yeah.
Do you think that's wise, or it is what it is?
It's definitely not wise. I ain't gonna sit up here and say it's wise, but it still is what it is, though. Yeah. Niggas do it. People do it all the time. They do it all the time, even if they don't got nothing to do with it. Just because they had problems with dude, they making the song talking about the shit. A lot of be talking about people that's dead in their songs, and they didn't have nothing to do with what happened. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that do, shit, they might be telling the truth in their songs. You never know.
Yeah, you never know until there's some sort of investigation and people get arrested. But I don't think Yungeen Ace is that dumb. I think he's smart enough to know that if he really had a hand in what happened with Foolio, it wouldn't be wise to put out of it.
Right. Yeah, I definitely get that. Shit, like I said, my opinion is I think he just capitalizing off the situation.
Nah, I agree. I think you spot on. Vonoff1700 situation, man. Now, Vonoff1700,
right?
New rapper coming out of Chicago, new side of town. He's from a totally different side of town, I believe. But it's same thing. Dissing his ops, a lot going on, big interviews. But Vonoff1700, has a unique look, man. And I ask everybody this, you know what I mean? And so just to be fair, and it doesn't scream drill rapper. You know, he's got the big frame glasses. He's got the eat with the shiesty mask, which is almost like a direct contradiction. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a good kid pretending to be a bad kid, but or pretending to be a tough street guy. But a lot of people say he's solid. He's valid. And Tate Capone made a statement about this. He says he likes this because it shows people that just because you have dreads or just because you might have a baldy or just because you look a certain way, like you're dirty and grudgy, doesn't mean you really about the streets and really about that business. Being about the streets and about that business really doesn't have a look. So what do you think? When you see Vaughn off the 1700, his look, you listen to the music, sounds pretty good. What is your first take about this young man?
I mean, he got that look that'll finesse you. You know what I'm saying? That's that look. See, a lot of motherfuckers wish they had. Like, that's that look where basically if a motherfucker seeing a motherfucker think really shorty or goofy type shit, like, oh, he got the glasses on with the ski mask on type shit. But the whole time you don't even know, like, shorty may be a whole killer out here in these streets and fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically judging the book by its cover, you feel me? Just because he got glasses on and shit, that don't mean he's sweet by any means, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that I know this, because I don't know him, saying, but at the same time, like, a lot of people sleep on that type of shit. They be sleep on like that. They be like, man, shorty a dweeb type shit. But the whole time, shorty ain't no dweeb. You just don't know that. And if you gotta find out, you gonna fuck around and kill you type shit. So, I mean,
yeah, that's a dangerous game to play.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you gonna get. Feel me? You judging the book by its cover. You gonna be on some tough shit and you gonna get stretched. All because you want to try off of how they look. You thought he looked like a goofy. And you thought wrong.
Nah, that's facts. Now, with Vonoff1700, he's getting a lot of good looks too in the rap game.
Right.
And he's been doing some really big interviews. A lot of the platforms you've been on. He was on No Jumper, but his No Jumper interview was the one that a lot of people were reacting to and commenting on because he was doing a lot of dissing and things of that nature. You know, he done came in the game kind of disrespectful. But the rumor is, since then, 3 of his partners have been shot since that interview. Now, I don't know if they would have been shot anyways, but a lot of people are pointing it towards that interview or trying to blame, you know, his disrespectfulness or his partners getting shot. And he's really young. Like, his homeboys are like 18, in their teens and stuff like that. So it's really a tragic situation when you look at it, man. So do you think that, him being successful in the rap game, and this is the question, this is the $1 million question, I should say, him being successful in the rap game brings a lot more attention to his hood and can potentially cause there to be more violence?
Hell yeah, because he got a lot of money now. He got a lot of bread now, so now it's like kind of like a disadvantage now. Unless it's somebody from the blocks that he in tour with that just got hella money. Because Shorty got money now, so it's like, feel me, it's a disadvantage. You really can't compete with no money. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're willing to sacrifice a whole bunch of people. Feel me? But he definitely hot in the blows right now and shit. He definitely doing a lot of dissing and a lot of crazy ass shit on the internet. But that's how he want to be. That's how a lot of drill rappers is. They coming out like that. You know what I'm saying? He aggressive. He letting motherfuckers know, like, you know what I'm saying, nigga, I'm out here. I got money now. I'm on that, that type of time. Feel me? Shit. I mean, he too successful for that. He need to go ahead and dial it down some and play the background and let his homie them do that shit.
Yeah, because when it comes to dissing, that's just a part of drill rap. You know what I mean? But he's already gotten some really, really big looks. Like, I think he's got a joint with Sexy Red out there. I think he's got, like, there's a lot of big things coming his way. And obviously his team on the rap end is doing what they got to do and doing right by him. But could that still be, you know, hurt his friends who still are on those blocks, the guys who are still out there on the corners or whatever, doing whatever they do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of motherfuckers don't know, like, when you living in California, when you living in Las Vegas, when you living in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? All these big cities and shit, and you ain't in Chicago no more, the niggas you was hanging with, the ones you still on that block, is still finna be on that block. And they got to deal with the shit that you stirring up out in the streets. Yeah. And now know y'all got money too now. So now they feel threatened. So they just gonna start patching everybody. They just gonna try to kill anybody they catch. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a problem because it be like rappers be creating all this beef and then they move, they gone. But it's still niggas that's still in the hood. They gotta look over their shoulder. They crib ain't got no big ass gate around it. You don't gotta get buzzed into they on their property or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? They still living in the hood where they was at when you left. You know what I'm saying? And they gotta sit there and eat them bullets while you put up, you protect it. Yeah. That's really the only problem with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit be entertainment. A lot of be entertainment, but some of these be out here for real with this shit and they not playing.
Yeah. And it seems like, man, that we keep seeing signs of how real it gets, man, especially in the streets of Chicago, and especially when it comes to this drill rap scene. You know what I mean? All right. So next, I want to ask you something random, man. Did you know THF Billa?
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting about THF Billa is there's so many wild stories about him just basically bullying people, man. Now, your interactions with him, were they like that, or what was he like around you?
He was like that. Shit. That's how he was around any motherfucker. Brother was terrorizing shit from when he was little all the way up until now. It don't matter where he at. If he in jail, he still terrorizing. In the streets, he terrorized. I don't give no fuck where you put him. He gonna terrorize. You know what I'm saying? He done did a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? To a lot of, and he got the name Brother. You know what I'm saying? He definitely is gonna get on your ass if he won't. A lot of people know that.
Is it true that he caused another guy to lose his eye or something like that?
Yeah, it was my homie Slick. It was when they was little though. It was an accident though.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, you know, I don't want nobody to get locked up, but I'm like, man, the way that they tell the stories about Brother, man, it's like, man, he was a straight terror out here on the streets, bro.
He was. You know what I'm saying? He was. But, you know, jail changed my. And I seen the interview with DJU and Brother where they did the little phone call situation or whatever. And you could tell, you know what I'm saying, that Brother maturing in that, because the shit that was coming out of his mouth on that interview, you know what I'm saying, was making sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell, like, his mind frame, he's still Brother, but his mind frame, you know what I'm saying, I'm grown Brother. Saying, I'd have been through some shit out here. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been through everything, hell and back type shit. Feel me? So I could tell, like, he and that bitch trying to change his life around and shit, but he definitely did a bunch of shit, boy. He done whooped so many people ass, took so many people guns. He did a lot.
Yeah, the one guy said, oh, what is his name? The guy, he's kind of a preacher now. Jay Hood.
Oh, Jay Hood?
Yeah. Now, did you know Jay Hood? I know y'all from the same neighborhood as
Yeah, I know him.
Now, he told a story, I think Brother threw him in the trash can or something like that. Like, it was something crazy like that, right?
That was when they was little, too.
Now, what do you think about Jay Hood and some of his stories, man? Have you watched any of his interviews?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Now you and Jay Hood, were y'all friends or did y'all hang out or what was y'all relationship?
Nah, we ain't never hang out. Like, you know, he was one of the guys from the block. He's from the hood and shit, you feel me? He was really around like my little brother them age. I'm older. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never did nothing with him or nothing like that. Or, like, I just seen him on the block and shit like that. Feel me? All the time. You feel me? He from the block.
Yeah, he's got some of the funniest bruh stories ever, man. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be funny because it literally paints bruh like he was out here like really being a menace to everybody. But some of those stories are interesting, man. Interesting. So he was just a little generation below you. You know what I'm saying? Or a couple, like an age below you, a couple ages below you. So you ain't really run into him as much. What about bruh? Are y'all around the same age?
Around
yeah. Okay. Interesting, man. No, interesting. All right, man. So we'll leave that one alone, man, about bruh. And I wanted to ask you about this love triangle that's going on out here, man. So for promotion of a song with Chief Keef and Sexy Red, they fooled everybody. They went out there and they made it seem like Sexy Red, Chief Keef, and King Von's sister, Kayla B, were in a love triangle fighting all over each other. The blogs picked it up, started to run with it. But we come to find out it was really just promotion for their song, man. They was playing with everybody. Now, how familiar are you with Kayla B?
I mean, I ain't that familiar. I mean, of course, I'd have seen her around the hood and shit. She had been up to her job when she worked at McDonald's on 63rd. Feel like shit, that was Fo's sister. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too much familiar with her though.
Yeah, I get it. And I'm not trying to imply that you did anything like that or anything. You know what I'm saying? I was just wondering, like, when you met her, did you meet her as Von's sister or did he find that out later that she was his sister?
No, I found that out later. You know what I'm saying? You know, my little brother from over there where they be at. So I been seeing her before. I just ain't never know she was his sister. I ain't found out she was his sister until 2014. Shit.
Okay, so yeah, and because she was in a lot of his videos and stuff too. You know, she was in a lot of his music videos. So obviously they had they like he put it in one of the songs like, oh, that's my sister. And she was in the video, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's crazy is, you know, her and King Von situation, like a lot of people look at it like have different opinions because like you said, she worked, you said, on 63rd, and she used to hang out there over on 63rd. And they say that she used to be with that side a lot of the times, like I guess with Wooski and them side, right?
She did.
So how did y'all, like, what was your communications with her in that fact? I mean, first off, she's a woman. She's a girl, right? So does that affect y'all relationship with her in any way?
I ain't had no relationship with her.
Okay.
I ain't know her. So it was like, I didn't care when it's a woman. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, some women, like I said earlier, place themselves in men business. Feel me? But I be just looking at women like that's a woman. You know what I'm saying? So we really not paying attention to that. We paying attention to her because we want to know where she hanging at. Okay, she hanging over there, so we know she with them niggas. So if she ever tried to talk to somebody from this side, we'll know it's probably some setup shit going on or something like that.
Yeah, nah, that's just out of being smart, right?
Hell yeah.
Trying to be aware. But when King Von brings her around, it's like, hey, man, this is my sister. What were your initial thoughts? Like, oh, man, this could still be a backdoor? Or you were just like, all right, I just take her as a sister. You know, it is what it is.
No, you always gonna watch them because that's where she was at. She was with them all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so of course, in the back of your mind, you always gonna be like on point. Some might just be like, okay, that's bro's sister. She ain't gonna try to do no wild ass shit. But you never know. So of course, you're gonna still be watching them. But at the end of the day, you gotta respect her because that's his sister. Nah,
that makes sense. That makes perfect sense, man. Perfect sense. All right, Big Mike. So I wanted to ask you, about something else that's going on in Atlanta. That's kind of crazy, man. So you got the YSL trial going on, man.
Right.
Have you been paying attention to the YSL trial?
No. I mean, I see little clips and here and there, but I never paid attention to it or nothing like that.
Now, this is crazy. So Young Thug is on the trial for basically for his life. It's a RICO trial, but it's a state RICO. And there were some issues going on with the judge. So the judge actually just got removed from this case, but there was a monumental moment where Young Thug's lawyer was actually arrested in court and was told that he was basically, the judge told him that he was under arrest or whatnot, and, threatened him with arrest. And he said, forget it. I'm going to if you put me in jail, put me with Thug, His judge gained all this credibility. His lawyer gained all this credibility because he was willing to stand up to the judge and up for Young Thug to agree to where he even got arrested or whatnot. Now, there's a guy in this, besides that point, have you ever had a lawyer that you trusted in that much, or that you think would go to bat for you that hard, like Young Thug's lawyer?
Hell no, I never even heard of one. Never heard of one. That's a real shit right there. Like, he take his job real serious. Like, you paid me to do a job, and I don't get no if it's the judge, whoever. I ain't gonna sit up here and let nobody sit up here and play. I'm here to do a job, so that's what the I'm gonna do. So I'm finna show y'all that I'm doing my job. So if you gonna lock me up with him.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said too. So you were saying that for a lawyer to do that, to stand up for his client at that point is just unheard of, right?
Unheard of. You got a lawyer like that, you winning. You better keep him.
Good point. I think he earned a lot more clients with that.
I was just about to say that. I swear to God, that situation just earned him so many more clients, man.
Yeah, he about to win in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
He said. Now there's another guy in the case that's making some headlines, and he's got a real viral interview that just dropped I think like today, and a lot of people are talking about it.
Right.
Because there's a guy by the name of YSL Woody. Now YSL Woody is supposed to be the guy who's informant on Thug, but somehow he's reaping all the benefits of the trial. Like, he's getting on all these different interviews. He's getting on these podcasts. He's actually got a real viral interview right now. He's been going live on Instagram and on TikTok and be getting thousands and thousands of people watching his live. And he's an interesting guy because I'm not insulting him, but it seems like maybe he's not all there with certain things. Like, I don't know, man. Have you seen any of this YSL Woody stuff?
Yeah, I seen a little clip. Well, I guess the prosecutor was asking him when his birthday or some shit like that, and he act like he didn't even know his birthday and shit. So I was like, what the? And then I be watching that 20 Women versus a Rapper shit like that. So I was on YouTube watching that one time, and one popped up with him, and I was like, oh, that's who they was talking about, and Young Thug trial and shit like that.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of viral clips now. He did the 20 verse one, 20 Women, one rapper. Mm-hmm. He's doing interviews. He's going live every day on social media. But it's wild because, it was said in the trial that he was allegedly the person who pulled the trigger that kind of caused this whole beef between YSL and YFN. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's like the person. So it's weird that he's kind of reaping the benefits from this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because you still got Young Thug fighting for his life in court, and you got YSL Woody out here living his best life. So what do you think the takeaway from this situation is, man?
Man, it seemed like shit. He'd have just gained fame off that shit. He'd have just, well, I don't know him. Is he a rapper or something? Like, he probably done been here fame or some shit. Well, he's had interviews before the trial and stuff. Like, before all the footage, before the trial, he actually did a couple of interviews years ago
where he was a rapper and there's pages out there where it still shows that he was rapping and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think for this to be the thing that took him, viral is kind of wild, right?
Yeah. It be happening though, because shit, the internet where all the money at now. Like you can make money just by, I can sit at home and create a video, post it, and it's gonna make money. I could post some wild shit. I could post some shit that ain't even true, and I can make money off of it.
True. People do it all the time.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I done seen plenty of clickbaits.
Yeah.
It say one subject, you click on it, you watching it ain't got nothing to do with what he's talking about.
Right. And then people do that, and then people do fake skits, like where they act like something's happening in public and it's not. They all just in on it.
You know
then
what I'm
people
saying?
do. Also, you got people they'll tell wild, elaborate stories, man. That they obviously made it up, but they'll go viral because people like to listen to crazy stories sometimes.
Yeah.
So is YSL Woody in the wrong for capitalizing on this fame?
I mean, I wouldn't say that he wrong for capitalizing off of us. Shit, there's money out there. His life don't stop just because of something that he may or may not have done. You know what I'm saying? So his life's supposed to just be cut off. You know what I'm saying? He still gotta survive shit at the end of the day. So if this is the easy way to get that money, you gonna get it. With somebody else talking about, why is I worried about what you talking about? You working a 9 to 5 where you talking from behind your phone or something like that, and I'm sitting on the internet making all this money, and you one of the ones that's boosting the algorithm.
Nah, I agree 100%, man. I agree 100% with that. Because if somebody's gonna reap some benefits and it's gonna bring you some fame, and you still gotta, you still gotta like feed yourself out here. Might as well go with it.
Exactly. People want him to talk about it. People, whatever they want him to do. He just did the 20 versus 1 and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He got a wave. Shit, he got a nice ass wave, and he making money off that shit. I don't see no problem with it.
I agree. All right, so man, let's I have one more, man. This is out of left field, and I wanted to get your honest opinion on this. Now, you've been on the No Jumper platform before, did an amazing interview there,
right?
And they recently just did another interview that's getting a lot of headlines, I should say. So the rapper Pop Smoke,
right,
shot and killed in L.A. The guy who shot and killed Pop Smoke or was involved in the shooting of Pop Smoke ended up doing an interview on No Jumper. You know what I mean? And this started to spark a lot of controversy because people are like, well, he really isn't a rapper or anything like that. He really isn't, he really wasn't. What he's known for is being involved in the murder of Pop Smoke. And what's crazy is in California, you have your juvenile life laws, right? And they just lowered the age for juvenile life to 21. So he got convicted 20 years and he got juvenile life, sentenced to juvenile life, 21 years old. He's back on the streets. It's kind of weird, and people are odd, but that's the situation there in California. So he does the interview to talk about the situation and all the things that took place, and it was an interesting interview because they didn't pull any punches. And a lot of his responses weren't real disrespectful. He was trying to be real respectful, but there was a controversy anyway. People were upset. What do you think about a situation like that?
That's crazy. That's crazy. He definitely got a blessing to be able to get out at 21 years old for allegedly smoking them all, robbing them, or whatever took place with what happened with Pop Smoke. I don't know, bro. It's like Shorty finna be able to make money because he had something to do with a certain situation, and now he out and he free to talk about it because ain't no double jeopardy shit. Y'all already found him guilty. Y'all sentenced him. He did that time. He could talk about that shit.
Exactly.
He finna make money.
It's a weird situation,
Hell yeah, it is.
because now he's being seen in videos, kicking it with other rappers. Like he was just in the studio with Frosty the Snowman, you know what I'm saying, who's another prominent rapper out in LA. It's weird, man. He's going to get clouded up off this situation, or he already is.
Right.
But it's kind of a weird situation because when Pop Smoke lost his life, you know, everybody was sad because he was one of those rappers that was really, really about, he was already blown. It was already out. The ship was gone. Album did good. Everything was going, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think? Like, does this go back to what we said earlier about social media and the internet?
Hell yeah, though. The internet is a big part of our culture these days. Yeah, it's where you can sit and get money at just sitting on your phone, bro. Like, it stir up beef. It can slow down beef. It's like the internet got so much control over shit, and the shit just don't make no sense. You feel me? But shit, that's the internet, and people gonna take advantage of that shit because there's money involved. And when there's money involved, everybody want money. So at the end of the day, shit, he finna take a bag off that shit. Everybody gonna want to know about this, man. This is one of the men that had something to do with a legendary rapper. You know what I'm saying? That everybody loved. New York loved that man. Like, other people loved this man. But like, everybody wanted to know the story. Everybody wanted to hear from the person that actually was there when it happened, or actually did it, or whatever. No. He finna make some money. Shit.
It's just a sign of this crazy time that we're in, man. You know,
it is. But this what it's up to say, but this what this world be wanting. They love this beef shit. They love this drama. It's like they not looking at it like real life. They looking at it like y'all watching the TV series. That's basically how I look at that shit. Like the internet, like this is a TV shit. I'm finna see what happened next. Oh yeah, they just got into it. Oh yeah, let me type my little response, trolling, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't be having shit else better to do than sit at home, troll, and help other people make money. Cause you ain't making not $1 by sitting there typing on your phone saying some shit about me or speaking on my situation at all.
Yeah. Yeah, because Charleston White, he has a good quote about that. He said, they don't pay you for comments. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the finna sit here? You say some slick shit, I'm finna sit here and respond to you and beef with you over the internet? Like, who? For what? I can't get to you. I can't do nothing to you. It ain't gonna do shit. It's gonna be basically like, I'm allowing you to have control over me and my actions. And that ain't gonna happen.
And this is crazy, man. I'm just thinking, gathering my thoughts, like, man, it's crazy how this whole cycle, because when I think about it, man, kind of to your point is, there is no way to stop it because it's feeding the machine. Like, it feeds the algorithm. It feeds people, you know, it feeds the whole system, because that's what keeps people on social media and keeps them entertained, right?
Right, hell yeah.
All right, Big Mike. Now, last time we sat down for an interview, man, you had some really, really good words for the youth out there. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to do something like that again, man. So go ahead and kick it, man. What would be your message, given the topics, the state of what's going on in the country right now, all the different things we've discussed today? What would be your message for the youth?
Yeah, my message is for to pay attention to what's going on, because we all know the youth paying attention to everything that's going on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So if you paying attention to what's going on in the internet and you see that this street, you see steady getting locked up, you see steady dying, you know what I'm saying, or getting shot, daddy getting jumped on, you feel me? You put your family in harm's way and all that type of shit, bro. Like, you see that this is what the streets do. Like, so why would you even want to put yourself in this knowing that you could risk your mama, your brother, your sister, anybody that ain't even got nothing to do with this, but you deciding to do some shit that you ain't even gotta do, bro. Cause the money out here free. Like, we got more resources than we had when I was coming up. Y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Got more resources than I had when I was coming up. Y'all ain't gotta do that shit. If I wasn't never in this and I was coming up in this generation right now and I was seeing what's going on with everybody that gets themselves involved in this street shit, I wouldn't be doing it. I'd be another LeBron James or Michael Thomas or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, football, maybe shit, a doctor, any thing, you feel? Or you still could be a rapper. But at the same time, you could be a rapper and not be in the streets, bro. Or have nothing to do with the streets. It's plenty of motherfuckers that's rapping right now that ain't never been in the streets before. They grew up in the suburbs. Mama and daddy living in the same house. They married. This was getting allowance, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's y'all just gotta listen. Y'all gotta pay attention to what's going on. If you paying attention and you using your mind, common sense will tell you like, shit, my favorite rapper went to jail, or my favorite rapper dead, or this happened, or that happened, or this happened. It should let you know that these streets ain't for you. This shit ain't safe out here, man. This shit ain't no playground. Cause ain't nobody gonna play with you out here. Your ass either gonna end up dead or you gonna end up in jail. And they making this shit worse or not. It's getting worse. And y'all gotta start listening to y'all parents, man. Them parents, they what they telling you was right. Shit, and the parents too. I need, you know what I'm saying? I know the mamas, the single mamas and shit, it'd be hard for them, you know what I'm saying? Cause they trying to raise a man on their own, you know what I'm saying? Cause the daddy ain't around or whatnot. Or he might be locked up or something like that. So she trying to raise him and shit like that. And when he acting out and cause he don't got that man in his life, you know, some women decide to put their child out into the streets. But how is you trying to keep it from him? You trying to keep him from it and you just threw him out to it. It don't make sense to me. Like, everybody be hollering this tough love shit. That tough love is what's going to get your son on them streets where you put him, on them streets, his ass going to die, he going to go to jail. So got to be more patient with their kids. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be ready to just, I ain't finna deal with this. You can get your ass out. You know what I'm saying? This a teenager. He 12, 13, 14 years old. And you putting him out on the streets, you throwing him into the shit that you don't even want him in. And how the do that even make sense? I know that should be hard, you know what I'm saying? Trying to raise a boy, a badass at that. But I advise, you know, the parents to be more patient with the kids, man, and continue to drill that shit in their brain that you want better for them, that you trying to, you see something better for them. You know what I'm saying? Make them see it too. You know what I'm saying? Help them see it. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about it, be about it. See it, show them. Feel me? That's my message for the youth, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just gotta listen to their parents, man. They ain't telling y'all shit wrong, bro. It's way better shit out here.
Nah, well said, Big Mike. Nah, well said. I would stop and agree with everything you put down right there, man. Now, it wouldn't be right if I didn't give you an opportunity to shout out everything that you got coming in the future, man. Any movies, any music, new music videos, or anything we can see from you, man. The floor is yours, Big Mike.
Oh, yeah. First of all, I want to apologize to the fans and shit, because I know I've been quiet lately. You know what I'm saying? And I was supposed to have been putting out projects and I wasn't doing it. I had a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get this right. Plus I got, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit going on in the family and shit like that. So I'm trying to keep my mind. I'm trying to keep myself sane, basically, to make sure the people around me stay sane. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a human just like everybody else. I got a lot of problems going on in my life with my family, friends, you know what I'm saying? So I be trying to make sure my mind right, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like half-asses. So You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout. I got shit coming out. You know what I'm saying? They're linked up with some new producers and shit. So I got some new shit that's going to be released soon. I'm not going to put no date on it because I don't want to make no promises because a lot of y'all fans be in my DMs talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But follow me on IG at Big Mike _ most hated _ Follow me on my YouTube channel, Big Mike _66. You know what I'm saying? I got shit coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on a lot of shit, but it's going to take time because I'm new to this shit. But I'm definitely going to be doing some shit to him. And I got a skit coming out. It's a skit, you know what I'm saying? Basically, it's, you know what I'm saying? I got a skit. It's to teach the youth about peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? So that's my little skit coming out. Basically, all it's going to do is going to show you a situation. It's going to show you that if you give in to peer pressure, what may happen. You know what I'm saying? And then it's going to go back and it's going to show you not giving in to peer pressure, show you the benefits of not giving in to it too. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout.
Nice. That's dope. That's dope.
I got some shit.
Okay, Big Mike. We can't wait to see it either, man. I'm hoping you keep us all posted, man, and let me know, man, because I'll help promote it as well. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's been a pleasure to have you out, man, and I appreciate you, man, coming and blessing my platform once again, man.
Oh, you already know, man. I had to come slide through Witty again, man.
That's what's up. And with that, man, we out.
We out.
But, man, since we're here, I got to ask you about some current things that's going on in Chicago. But I would be beside myself if I didn't ask you about one of the craziest things going on this week, or actually in this country. And that's what just took place out in Pennsylvania, where a former president was almost assassinated, man. Did you see the whole Donald Trump thing? I know you saw it, but what do you think about this?
I don't know. They you know, some people mad at Trump. Some people, I don't know what they owe with Trump though. Like they tried to assassinate the man. But the shit that's crazy, that show you how people don't get no about no position of power and none of that shit. Like anybody can get got shit.
It's crazy, man, when you think about it, because it's been forever since there's even been an attempt to try to shoot a president. You know,
exactly.
Or something. So, and now we're in a situation where if that bullet was just an inch or a half an inch, they said to the right or the left, he wouldn't even be here anymore. You know, we'd be having a totally different dark situation going on, man.
It'd be R.I.P. Trump.
Yeah. Now, what do you think? About the initial response and reaction and everything, man? A lot of people talking about this subject, man. Do you think that, you know, there's some deeper, darker conspiracy maybe? Or do you think that this is just one crazy guy going off on a ledge?
I mean, it might be some conspiracy behind this shit. You never know with the United States. They create all type of shit, man. Or probably a plot by Trump. Shit, Trump probably, he got a motive or something. Yeah, he probably plotted that shit his damn self. I don't know.
That'd be a little wild because they did a slow breakdown of the bullets and everything whizzing by, and you wouldn't want to put your head anywhere near a bullet. You know what I'm saying? That's especially those rounds that he was firing. If they really would have hit his head, it'd blow your stuff up, right?
Oh yeah, I ain't even see that part though.
Yeah, they're doing breakdowns and diagrams and everything on social media, man. Mainly on TikTok, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But this is a crazy time, man. So you got everybody on pins and needles and wondering, man, okay, here's another part of this. Here's a good question. Did you see the picture of Trump afterwards with his fist pumped and the American flag in the background and all that?
Yeah, because now Trump, you know, is Trump think he a gangster now. Like, y'all, you bitches that tried to take me out, y'all miss. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like a victim.
Yeah, they missed their shot, man. What they was trying to do, they definitely messed that up, whoever was behind it. But yeah, and he took that picture, he flicked it up real quick, and then that thing went viral, man. You know?
Yeah. He knew what he was doing. He was doing, it was basically like for all his followers and shit, like everybody who support him, he let them know, like, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was some power shit. You feel me?
Definitely, man. So what do you think, man, when it comes to politics? I know a lot of street dudes really ain't into politics, but when it comes to politics and stuff like that, do you tune in, or what is your feeling about Trump personally?
I learned basically how to tune in to the news and all the politics and shit from being locked up. You know, when you locked up, shit, we be paying attention to shit like that because shit, we really want to know what's going on in the outside world because we ain't out in the outside world. So you pay attention more in prison about the outside world. So, but my opinion on him, I ain't got no problems with Trump, man. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, Trump would be a better fit than Joe Biden. I understand everybody wanted Joe Biden for what he could do for the blacks and all that shit, but at the same time, Trump was doing I feel like he was doing more. But a lot of people don't see that because they looking at him like he racist. Yeah, he is racist, but who gives a f? That ain't my friend. That's not my homie. That ain't somebody I talk to. That ain't somebody I give a f about. So at the end of the day, it don't matter to me if he racist or not at the same time. But the shit, like a little shit that he was doing, and I respect this gangster too, because when China was flying them balloons and shit over here, and them balloons was over here for a little minute before it got shot down, if Trump was in office, them balloons would have been got shot down. He would have been got that shit towed down. Like, hold on, go ahead to get that up out of here. Biden wanted to do homework and shit like that. No, we ain't on no pussy shit. Like, get that shit up out of here. Y'all doing too much right now.
Yeah, I think this is the crazy part because, to be honest, I really never liked Trump like that. You know what I'm saying? But in the last year or so, I'll think I've learned to respect like some of the things that he did during his presidency. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I learned to respect. Like, I think he's got a way firmer hand than Biden does, man. I see a lot of people. I see everybody going to his side now. You know what I'm saying? I just see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got more power than Biden, man. Like, you know, Trump can talk to other countries and get some shit in play. Like, Biden can't do shit like that. I don't think he know how to talk.
There's a story going viral where he went to one of the leaders of one of those groups, those radical groups. I don't want to say the word, but he went to the leader and he basically showed him the picture and was like, "Hey, that's your house. If any American dies, you already know we coming." You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
and walked out. They said he walked out. These are two congressmen telling the story. And they said he got up and walked out the meeting after doing that, showing dude his house. He's like, God dang, man. Yeah, he got a little bit of gangster to him, man.
I see.
Now they're saying too, plus the fact, he's been shot at. He's got 3 different baby mamas. Right. He's got all these felony convictions on his record. They say, man, does that make him more relatable to people from the struggle? You know what I mean?
I mean, it kind of is, because the mother went through something similar that you went through. I mean, I can see why people say that.
Yeah, nah. It makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah,
but man, we ain't gonna spend all this time talking about politics, but that's so hot, man. I had to get your take on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So